Greetings, I'm Carl Sagan, standing in last minute for Howard, who stepped on the bee. We didn't have much time for filling in, so I'm afraid I don't have a question to answer. Instead, I thought I would offer some of my opinions on a recent motion picture I had the opportunity to see. I went out to see Solo, a Star Wars story, and I've been watching these Star Wars films for 40 years now, and my criticism of these films remains unchanged. Here we have a setting, a galaxy with billions of species and aliens with countless stories to be told, and yet, with a few rare exceptions like the holiday special, Caravan of Courage, these stories always focus on the human characters. They always offer a human perspective, whether it's the heroes or villains, largely male, largely white. And this is so limiting. Here you have the opportunity to explore the mindset of innumerable species. We could tell the heroic tales of a Jawa or an Ugnaught, and instead we find ourselves limited. Now, while Solo I thought was a delightful film, it still falls under this trap, telling us, of course, the story of Han Solo and his roguish origins. But they did manage to do a few things rather surprisingly well. They had Chewbacca, who I've always been particularly fond of, plus they managed to introduce a rather delightful four-armed pilot character who was given a rather poignant story. What I want to focus on is the role of droids in this story, in particular one character, L3, who is presented as something of a freedom fighter, someone practicing the acts of liberation, and this I found truly remarkable, save for the fact that this act of liberation was treated almost like a joke within the film. Still, it's important for audiences to view this, to see social justice carried out in an active manner in their cinematic experiences. Films are a unique way of telling stories. They have a direct line to our reptile portions of our brain, and they can communicate a great deal very quickly, very efficiently. The more stories we tell that show the importance of freedom, the importance of fighting against tyranny, how friendship and pluck can overcome authoritarianism and violence, these are stories worth telling. So, I like Solo. I think you should go out and see it. Although, of course, I'm still waiting for my Ugnaught movie. I just love those little guys. I've been Carl Sagan. Be well.